everybody knows that this isn't, it's not going to be surprised when you say, oh, treat others how you like to be treated. Why? Because if you're kind to someone, chances are they're going to be kind back to you, right? You get what you give. Now, there's a psychologist by the name of Dr. Peterson, Jordan Peterson, and in his book, 12 Rules for Life, there's this concept that revolves around this idea of treat yourself as if you are someone who you cared about deeply. Now, I'm kind of paraphrasing my own way, but immediately when you hear that, you go, like, wait a minute, Daniel, are you saying I don't care about myself? Let's play this out. What if I said treat yourself however you would treat your best friend? My friends, when your close friend does something wrong, right? When he misses an appointment, when he messes up a date, when he just tanks a job interview, what are you going to say to him? Are you going to raise your voice? Are you going to really put him down for that? Go, hey, man, you missed that interview. Your life's over, man. You screwed up. I can't believe you would do that. You are such a disappointment to me, to you. Well, you're not going to say those things. At least I hope you're not. Now, with that sort of a mindset, if it's you, if you're the one who's missing the interview, if you're the one who's messed up the dates or something, or you flunked, how do you talk to yourself? Do you immediately think, oh man, I missed the interview, this is going to suck, I'm so disappointed in myself, this and that? And if that's the case, why do you treat yourself differently than you treat the people around you? Now, one answer that comes to mind, just myself, is, well, maybe, the people around me, everybody has control of their own actions, right? You control yourself better than me trying to control you, or vice versa. So my thought is, I'm extra tough on myself to make sure I'm on the right path, to make sure I don't procrastinate, to make sure, I don't mess around, but that I stick to it. That's why I'm stern with myself. That's why I'm very harsh with myself. I am my own biggest critic, which I know is not a rare thing. I know that a lot of people have the same sort of mindset. Now, the flip side of it is, how much stress are you creating for yourself? So stress that wasn't there initially, but that you've internally created. That you're putting so much pressure on your shoulders where it's actually negatively impacting you. That you're so stressed out, oh man, I gotta get up, I gotta go after it, and it's getting to a point where it's not healthy anymore. Where do you draw that line? I am the biggest work ethic advocate that you'll find. Okay, I'm not the biggest one because there's crazy people out there like Gary Vaynerchuk and X, Y, and Z. But I'm huge on go hard, hustle, wake up at 6 in the morning, stay up till 3, whatever it is, just go after it, right? Outwork the people around you. Go at it like there's no tomorrow. But when you get to a point where, you start missing a few goals, there are two ways that you can look at it. Either one, you go, you know what, a lot didn't get done today, and you can just totally wreck yourself. You can go, I don't know what happened. I totally dropped the ball. Today was a horrible day. I just completely wasted 24 hours. Or maybe you can take a step back and go, okay, if this wasn't about me, if a friend of mine came up to me and said, hey man, you know what, I had 8 things I wanted to do today, I only did 2 of them. Would you give him that same speech? Would you say, hey man, you sucked, you wasted your days, wasted 24 hours, what the? Or would you go, you know what man, maybe 8 goals, looking at them now, they were kind of overly ambitious. Like they were kind of unrealistic. They weren't really practical with the time that you had. Chances are that you underestimated the time it was going to take you to finish those first few activities, and then when they start piling on, you lost it. You couldn't come up. Furthermore, certain things happen in your day that you had no control over. You had no control over the weather. You had no control over the traffic. Maybe you shouldn't judge yourself as harshly. But again, I think it is a fine line. Because if I go completely black and white and go, never judge yourself, take it easy, man, like just do your own thing, treat yourself how you would treat your best friend, maybe you would let your best friend get away with more things than you would allow yourself to get away with. So I think it really is a balance. I think there really is a moderation in the sense that, so let's talk about the best friend. If you let him get away with everything, are you really a good friend? If you see your friend going down the wrong path, are you not going to say anything? Could be as little as, hey man, your friend's wearing a shirt, it looks awful. It looks absolutely horrible. As a friend, do you go, listen man, we're going out, I'm saying this because I care about you, I wouldn't wear that if I was you, man. It doesn't look too amazing on you. As a friend, do you tell him that? Or it looks horrible, but you go, I want to spare his feelings, so I'm just not going to say anything. And then he goes out there and he lets, the public and strangers give him the looks and whatever. So as a friend, at what point do you step in, doing the right thing, being honest with him, and at what point do you go, okay, you know what? It's none of my business. I shouldn't say anything. I would like to think that any of my close friends, if they see me doing something that they're not a fan of, that they would go out and reach out and be like, hey, Daniel, can you explain this a little bit further? What was the meaning behind this? What What is your reasoning? How did this happen? I would hope that they call me out on it and vice versa. You know, so when we talk about treat yourself how you would treat someone you deeply cared about, or how you would treat your best friend, it's, don't get me wrong, you're not letting them slide through everything. You're calling them out when necessary. However, when they make the first mistake, when they show up to class late, or when they spend too much money a day, are you really going to pound them into the ground that hard? Moderation, right, my friends? Moderation. One of the best advices really I've learned is, judging myself and then taking a step back and looking at myself as a third person, right? As someone else just looking at me, and just, if I was having a conversation in a mirror, what kind of advice would they give me? Some unbiased advice. They do not know me. They're just looking at me like another human being.